Hello, divine beings. Welcome to the full moon in Gemini forecast. I'm your astrologer, Sarah Ashley, here to spill some astrology tea for you. So the full moon is all about a release. Gemini is mercurial ruled. And guess what planet is going direct today? Mercury. Mercury at 6 degrees Sagittarius. So it's going to be a very clarifying day, especially when it comes to the truth, nothing but the raw truth. And Gemini at 23 degrees is an Aquarius degree. So this has to do about the collective. What planet is in Aquarius right now? Well, Pluto and Venus. So it could be a lot of truths coming about relationships, especially lies told in close relationships. So let's look at the aspects that this full moon in Gemini is making. Of course, it's opposing the sun in Sagittarius, right? And that will allow us to see through things that maybe we gloss over, right? We also have this full moon squaring Neptune, and consequently, the sun also does square Neptune. Neptune in Pisces rules illusions, okay? Illusions about people and the kind of like the mask that people wear, okay? So there's going to be some clarity about that, and it might be a little tough to swallow. This is going to be some hard pills to swallow, guys, because that Mercury that has gone direct is trining Mars retrograde. So this is some fiery stuff here because that Mars retrograde is in Leo. So there might be some pent up anger. People could just say things in anger today, have a temper tantrum and release a lot of steam. So you really make sure that you're grounding yourself, because if you're not, then it's going to be a very difficult full moon for you, okay? If you are not acting in integrity, this could be a very messy time. If you know somebody else who's not acting in integrity, don't fix it for them, because you're going to start carrying their karmic backpack, and you can never solve anybody's karma. It just becomes more of a karmic issue for you to solve down the line. Trust me, I know. I'm an experienced person in this. Empaths try to do that sometimes. So I get it. I've been there, done that. I had to learn my lesson. We all have to. Juno, which is the asteroid of marriage and soul contracts, is trining Saturn today. So there could be some really nice reconciliations once people, get to, the part where they're like, oh yeah, this came out all right. I get this. There could also be some nice, I would say, nice pairings coming out of this. And I don't mean it just like, oh, it's like sweet. I mean like people who really have some longevity and discipline in their relationship coming out of this, and some good relationship lessons. So what are the cards that we have from the Moonology Oracle deck? I pulled the Show the World the Real You full moon in Aquarius. It's interesting because this is in an Aquarian degree. We need to release our authenticity into the world, okay? We need to be authentic. Yes, that's going to cause some problems. 5 of Swords, you might have some disagreements, some conflicts with people, but the people who are meant for you are supposed to be for you. And if, you have that disagreement and that your relationship endures, trine Saturn, all the better, right? I also know that Jupiter is with an orb of that conjunction to this full moon, okay? It's with an orb. It's not an exact conjunction. It's kind of, in the neighbor range. So, a lot of things can get magnified and amplified today in terms of disagreements. So you got to watch out for that. The conflict, the main challenge is the World card. Some fits are just not there for us anymore. What used to belong for us no longer does. Some ideas, some beliefs we had, with this square to Neptune are no longer there. The faith that we put into some institutions and people and ways of doing things are no longer there. And that could feel difficult to have to level up and leave some people behind. What is the advice? The Devil card. Interesting. Yes, I got my Golden Girls Tarot because they were neighbors and friends and all those things. And that's very Gemini themed communication. So the Devil card does not mean act like a devil. That's not what it literally means, okay? It means that you have to take control of the situation. You must take control of the situation and have some planning with this. So if you are going to have a conflict, okay? If you're going to have a conflict, you know that this relationship might no longer, be something that is in the cards for you. It's not in alignment. Please make sure that you are not just being a sloppy a-hole and leaving things unattended to and unsaid and undone because that could create a lot of bad things that are going to happen in the future here. So be very careful of how you exit a situation. Be meticulous. Be strategic. All right, guys. You know where to go if you like to book a reading with me. SarahAshleyAstrology.com. I also have workshops and classes available on my website. Hope everybody has a fabulous full moon, and I will see you on the next one.